What's up, guys? It's a friendly internet neighbor, Rosai Jafu. Yeah. So it's my second time doing this, and I'm still quite embarrassed to talk in front of the camera. But yeah, let's see how this video goes. Okay, I forgot what I'm supposed to say already. So I just came from work today. I'm a little bit tired, but not that tired, and that's why I'm filming today. So actually, this video I have attempted to film like 3 times already, but somehow I'm not too impressed with the result. So like, this is the final one. Like whatever the outcome, I'm posting this. Yes. And I just had a haircut. Yep, and it's quite short because I told like the barber to make it a little bit short, but I don't know. I just wanted to like shave the whole thing off. So like, well, at least I don't have to go back in like 2 months. So yeah, today I'm going to talk about money matters, because it's all about the money. Yeah, money. Yeah. Okay, that is not good. Alright. So a lot of people have told me that Japan has like relatively high prices compared to Philippines, and I agree with that. The prices here are probably like around twice or thrice as much. Yeah, and that's like when you're from back home, that's probably a little bit intimidating to look at. But trust me, if you're living here and like if you're working part-time, full-time, you have more than enough to support yourself. And that's what I think. I don't know if that's what everyone living here is thinking, but that's what I think. So yeah, but aside from like income aside, I'm going to talk about how you can save money during your stay here as a tourist or as a resident. So my friends are probably gonna be like, oh no, you're gonna talk about saving. This is probably going to be the most useless video ever because this person doesn't know how to save. And that is quite true, but here I am. I'm saving right now. I've learned quite some like techniques now to save money, because like sometimes if you spend too much, yeah, it's gonna be like yikes. Okay, so yeah, where's my script? Okay, so the first thing I'm going to talk about is traveling. Yes, everyone loves traveling. I kind of forgot what I was supposed to say. Everyone who comes here to Japan probably knows about the JR Pass, and that's like the most famous, the most popular pass to get when you're coming here, because just for 30,000 yen you get to use like unlimited riding of any JR train, and that includes the Shinkansen for 7 days. And the good thing about this is that it includes the Shinkansen, but that makes it a pretty nice deal, because one Shinkansen ride is like from Tokyo to Osaka. That takes around like 10,000 to 12,000 yen, which is very expensive. Yeah, pretty nice deal. But like the pass I'm going to introduce to you guys today is the Sanyo Sanin Pass, and this pass includes the whole Kansai area, if I'm not mistaken. And when I say Kansai, that includes Osaka, Kyoto, Nara, Kobe, like the top places to visit here in Kansai. And the pass stretches all until like Hakata City in Kyushu. So you can go to Himeji, Okayama, Tottori, if I'm not mistaken. And this ticket just costs around 19,400 yen, and that's for 7 days of usage. And yeah, so if you're just planning to chill here in Osaka or in Kansai, and if you're not planning to go to Tokyo, this pass is for you. But if you're like planning to just stay in Tokyo and go north from there, like to Aomori, Hokkaido, if I'm not mistaken, there are separate passes for that, and I'll send the link. I'll stick the link down in the description portion down below, whatever that place is called. Yeah. So these passes are only for tourists to use. So for us residents or like students, like for the people living here long term, we don't have that kind of luxury, so we have to spend for the real price. Yep. But yeah, actually, our choices are not like many, we still have this thing called the Seishinju Hachikippu, or in English it roughly translates Youth 18 ticket. It costs around 12,000 yen, and this is for 5 people for 1 day worth of riding, or for 1 person for 5 days worth of riding. I don't know if that sounded confusing. Yeah. So yeah, it's actually cheap, 12,000 yen for 5 days, but the thing is, like, this pass does not include the Shinkansen trains or the bullet trains, so we're only limited to like the local trains or the express trains, which is quite so riding like local trains from Osaka to Tokyo, that's roughly going to take you probably 8 to 10 hours, which is and that includes a lot of transferring, which is not good. So you're better off going with the next option that I'm going to suggest, which are the buses. If you're only planning to so if you're only planning to go to like one place, or like maybe Tokyo, Osaka one way, so buying the JR pass could be a little bit expensive. So the next thing I'm going to recommend is riding the bus. So there are actually a lot of buses available to ride. From Osaka, when I go to Tokyo from here, I usually ride the bus because it's cheap. So a bus ride from Osaka to Tokyo probably costs around 4,000 yen to 7,000 yen. On peak seasons, it could reach up to like 10,000 yen. But like from Tokyo to Osaka, it's really cheap. So yeah, it only costs around like 2,000 to 3,000, 4,000 yen, and yeah, that's a pretty nice deal. So let's talk about the travel time. So if you're riding the Shinkansen from like between Tokyo and Osaka, that's only gonna take you like 2 hours. If you're taking the local train, that's gonna take you around 8 to 10 hours. But if you're riding the bus, that's only gonna take you around 6 hours, which is a perfect middle ground, and the price is also quite affordable. So for the broke people, ride a bus. So the next thing I'm going to talk about is transportation within the city. So if you're already staying in like the city and you want to do some touring by yourself, DIY travel, yes. So one way to save is buying the day pass. So the day pass differs between each city, each place. So but here in Osaka, the day pass costs around like 800 yen during the weekdays and 600 yen during the weekends. So the fastest way to check if you'll be saving money is that you plan your trips ahead and you check the prices through Google Maps. So Google Maps is very useful here. I really recommend you to download it in advance, because I don't know why you don't have that app. So yeah, so basically if your calculation exceeds like 800 or 600 respectively, like weekend, weekdays, better buy the day pass. So yeah, so here's the day pass I got when I was in Kyoto. So this is around 900 yen, and that includes the city bus, the subway, and whatever, everything. Yeah, so yeah, so another thing I would recommend is getting the Kaisu card or the multiple ride card. So this, you pay around 3,000 yen and you get like around 3,300 yen worth of like rides. Yep. And like your history will be here printed on the back every time you insert this thing into the ticket machine. So yeah, for people, I don't really recommend this for tourists. One, because unless you're staying here for a week in Osaka for this city alone, if you think you're gonna spend more than 3,300 worth of like transportation, then by all means get this. But if not, you better don't. And for people who are prone to forgetting things like me, better not buy this, because if you lose this, bye bye, 3,000, sayonara. And so the last thing I would recommend is getting the IC card, or yeah. So here in Osaka we have the Ikoka card, and for Tokyo they have like the Suica card. So this is basically the subway card. So you just charge it, like put money inside, and like all of your trips here in Japan will go smoothly. But if you're getting the JR pass, I don't recommend you to get this because you're not gonna be using this a lot if you're riding the JR trains. So yeah. Oh yeah, oops. This costs around, if I remember correctly, is 2,500 yen, and that includes 2,000 yen worth of like charge or balance. Yep. And the 500 yen will be like a security deposit. So when you're going back home to your country, you can give this to the ticket personnel, like the ticket the train employee or whatever. You can give this to them and they'll return you your 500 yen. But a lot of people who I know that comes here usually brings their IC card back home because like it's a nice souvenir just for like 500 yen. And yeah, and you can actually check the balance of your cards using an app. I'll probably like put it somewhere here if I have the time, maybe. Okay. We also have rental bicycles for people who want to ride the bike around the city. Although I don't really recommend this because sometimes it's quite hard to look for a parking area, and usually the parking, like the legal parking places, also costs like they have a parking fee. So it's not really more about the saving but more about the experience. So just for everyone's information, so rental bicycles usually costs around 100 to 300 yen per hour, and for some like places it's 1,000 to 1,200 yen per day. Yep. So if you want to ride the bicycle here and like have your anime experience, please do. Okay, next thing I'm going to talk about is food. Yeah. So probably everyone who comes here, probably like the biggest part of the budget goes for food, and I perfectly understand that because like why would you come here just to like eat like McDonald's, like stuff that you have at home? And I hope nobody misunderstands me. I usually buy a lot of McDonald's. I eat McDonald's like once or twice a week because like the chicken nuggets and the fries tastes like home. It tastes perfectly the same as McDonald's back home, but I really miss the chicken McDo and the price. So yeah. So the first thing I'm going to recommend is that if you're thinking of like eating out once a day during your stay here, I recommend eating out during lunchtime, because like restaurants here usually have their lunch sets, like, or the teishoku set, and that includes like the rice, your meat, your salad, and soup. That whole set usually just costs around 600 to 1,000 yen. That is really cheap, like in Japanese standards. Yep. For dinner time, usually we have these sets, but it's usually like 300 to 400 yen more expensive, or in some restaurants they don't like include soup. Yeah, and the thing about lunch is that usually you have free okawari, or free rice refill, free soup or salad refill, but that doesn't apply to all the restaurants. So yeah, keep on the lookout. So next is the next places I would recommend are the family restaurants. So back in Philippines we have like Yoshinoya. Yes, I think it's just Yoshinoya. But here in Japan we have like Yoshinoya, Sukiya, Matsuya. What else? Yes, nothing is coming out. So yeah, but usually it's those restaurants, and those restaurants are where you can get like food for cheap, and these foods are a bit more on the healthy side, I guess. I'm not sure, but yeah, I usually go out and eat there because it's a bit more affordable compared to like more high-end restaurants. And yeah, and next is, oh yeah, so if you do plan on like eating out once a day and eating like the other meal back at your home, I do recommend buying food from the grocery instead of like buy your meal from the grocery rather than buying it from the convenience store, because like the groceries usually, especially at night before they close, they usually have like everything is going to be yellow tagged. And yeah, so I actually have one food here that's yellow tagged, and this is like some, I don't know, barbecue chicken or something, and it's like 20% off. And actually, if I waited like 1 hour, one more hour in the supermarket, this is probably going to be like half price off. So yeah, always check out the supermarkets before they close, because that's when most of the stuff are on sale. So yeah, and I actually got my pizza here from the supermarket, and it only costs around, let's see, 358 yen. So my dinner is 358 yen. And of course, it's not that healthy, but it's not like I'm eating this every day. So the next thing I'm going to talk about is the accommodation. Yep. So I've traveled quite a bit here in Japan, and for all of those times I've been using just one booking website, and that's booking.com. This is not a sponsored video, but like how I wish it were. But yeah, I use booking.com because like I see like usually the cheap, nice places are there, like in my experience, and they have flexible payment options, so you can pay like by credit card, or you can just pay like for some properties, for some hotels you can like pay when you arrive there, and which is really nice, especially if you'll be staying with your friends. You can like pay like what you can, I forgot it, like just half the pay when you reach there. So yeah. So usually I book places that are 5 kilometers within like the city center, and that's because like in most cases it's a little bit more expensive compared to the places that are a bit farther, but you can actually save like with the transportation, and like when you're at home, like you can just like take a walk around because it's in the city center. So, and the last thing that I'm going to talk about, this is usually more for the residents here, for the people who are planning to live here long term or something. Yep. And that's for like shopping for things, and by things I don't mean like, you know, like shopping like what I mean, like shopping for like your needs, or like for furniture or stuff. Yeah. So when I first came here to Japan, I bought most of my stuff from Don Quixote. And yeah, in Don Quixote you can like do like the shopping, and and like the shopping for your needs as well. So very flexible place, and yeah, they have the things there are pretty priced quite fairly, and it's like not too expensive, not too cheap, just normal. So one other place I'm going to recommend, like buying, if you're planning to buy furniture or like just buying some house stuff, I recommend Nitori. Like it's the Japanese version of IKEA. It's probably IKEA. Yeah, Nitori has very nice stuff, and it's like very modern, very minimalistic, and it looks good. So actually got this water thingy from Nitori. I don't know, but for me it looks good. Okay, whatever. Okay. So I also mentioned IKEA. IKEA is actually quite nice, but compared to Nitori, IKEA places are quite limited, because they're usually like very big, like, you know, warehouse styles, whatever, because they want to showcase their stuff. Yeah, Nitori usually you can find them like in the mall, or yeah. Nitori is a bit more easier to find. And yeah, but both of these stores have their online stores, but I think they're in Japanese, so not quite recommended for foreigners who are coming here for the first time. Yep, so one more place I would recommend is like for online shopping. It would be QO10 and Rakuten. These are online shops, and yeah, if it's QO10, like especially QO10, it's in Japanese, but if you're using like Google Chrome, you can just translate everything, like it roughly translates everything quite nicely, so you can pretty much navigate your way there. And QO10 has really nice stuff, very cheap, and very like the quality is also nice, and And they also have like seasonal sales, like seasonal coupons, which is very nice in my opinion. And Rakuten, I haven't really been shopping in Rakuten quite a lot, but I've bought some stuff there, and it's quite nice as well. So the last two things I would be mentioning are like, if you have Facebook, you can join the Osaka or like whatever city you'll be coming to. Like for me, we have here in Osaka, we have the Osaka Sayonara sales, and this is like a Facebook group for everyone who wants to sell their things. So usually, what did I just say? So usually the things sold in that group are secondhand. So people want to sell their stuff here before moving, because you pay if you're going to dispose some big furniture or appliances. You have to pay some money, and yes, better to just sell it because you're still getting money too. And that's the purpose for this group. And we also have the Mottainai group. Mottainai means like it's a waste, it's such a waste, or in Philippines like sayang, I guess. So yeah, Mottainai group, everything there is given for free, and sometimes like I even like see people giving out their air conditioners, their fridges, tables, and some good stuff. So yeah, these two groups are like, you need to join them if you're here. So there's actually also a book version, like book Sayonara sales, I forgot. Yeah, but you get the idea. So that's it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys found it very informative. Is that the word? Informative. Yeah, and if you guys have any questions, or if you guys want to know some other stuff about like money things, please do comment down below. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please do subscribe. And yeah, you can click that notification bell. I don't know where it is, but I've seen other videos and people keep saying like to click that notification bell. So whatever, please do. Please. So yeah, so I'll be making more videos like this. So please also answer the survey. I'm gonna put it down in the description box. It's box, it's not portion. Yes, it's description box. Yeah, so so thank you guys for watching. I'll see you next time. Yeah!